Lagos, good evening, Nigeria, and welcome to the number one station that gives you a voice all over the world. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. My name is Chioma Innocent. I'm your host, and you are now tuned into the Evening Rush, Nigeria's most highly anticipated program on radio. I do appreciate you for joining us today. It's always a pleasure whenever we get to come here and have these conversations. I'm happy to have you here. Without further ado, let's get right into it. But before we do, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbor, tell your landlord, tell your enemy that the Evening Rush has just begun, so please join the conversation. As it unfolds, I'll let you know the number you can call to be a part of the conversation today, right? So that you can also get to let us know your opinions and your thoughts on everything that we'll be discussing this evening. We have quite a number of issues to discuss, 3 issues particularly. First up, we'll be looking at the state of insecurity in Nigeria. It is a recurring conversation, and I've chosen to talk about it every day just to bring home the fact that we are not safe. No matter how we seem to have this semblance of safety, maybe because they've not gotten close to where you are, you think the north is so far away. We are all in Nigeria, and this concerns each and every one of us. It concerns us, and we cannot keep quiet about it and act like it doesn't concern us. Also, Atiku Abubakar has officially joined the ADC, and some say he's set to become the party's presidential candidate in the forthcoming 2027 elections. And breaking news, the United Kingdom has rejected Nigeria's request to transfer jailed former president of the Senate, Ike Ekweremadu, to Nigeria. I have Vice President Nagoma sitting right across from me, and he's shaking his head, nodding his head in time. You seem to be happy with what the United Kingdom has done. Quite a number of Nigerians were not happy with Nigerian delegation going to the UK to say, release him to us. He said this doesn't speak well on Nigeria. Anyway, the UK government has rejected the federal government's request to transfer the remainder of the prison sentence for former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu to Nigeria. You know that Ekweremadu is currently serving a prison sentence in the UK for organ trafficking. He was convicted in 2023 and sentenced to 9 years and 8 months for conspiring to exploit a young man's kidney. Earlier this month, the federal government opened discussions with the UK over the possible transfer of Ekweremadu's case. Right now, the UK has said no. We know they do that kind of thing. Also, we'll be looking at Atiku Abubakar joining the ADC. Political permutations are in full gear ahead of 2027. Will Peter Obi be formally joining the ADC as well? Will Atiku Abubakar get the party's consensus presidential ticket, right? Or will there be a primaries? It is expected that there will be primaries. That is to actually follow the laws, right? But what if the people of ADC, the people in the ADC decide, okay, you know what? Let's just have you as our consensus candidate. Let there be no need for primaries, right? Who also will be the vice presidential candidate of the party if they decide so. Where does that leave Peter Obi, El-Rufai, Amechi, especially Peter Obi and Amechi, who also have presidential ambitions, right? And then we'll be looking at the state of insecurity in the country. Now, here's the reason why I want to talk about it. I came across a video on social media whereby a young man who, you know, claims to be a bandit, a terrorist, not just by the looks of it, but by what he's saying. He claims he was one of those who were involved in kidnapping the people from Niger State, kidnapping the young girls from Kebbi State and the children from the Catholic school in Niger State. And he says that in the following days and the days to come, that they will face Nigerian politicians, governors, and even the president. Now, he was not speaking in English, so quite a number of us, including myself, did not understand what he was saying, and I had to rely on a different way to actually interpret what he was saying. So I had to find somebody who understands the language to interpret it for us, and I'll play the video first of all so you can hear what the young man said, and then I will also play the audio by the person who made the interpretation for me. So let's take a listen to that. It's very, very short, and then the conversation continues right here on the Evening Rush. Please stay tuned. We're streaming live on YouTube. It's VOP 903 FM on YouTube. VOP 903 FM on YouTube. You can watch us from anywhere in the world as long as you have stable internet connection. Please join us on YouTube. Leave your comments on WhatsApp, and of course, when the phone lines are open, you can get to call us as well. We also have a report from one of the CAC members that was abducted in Kwara State last week, Tuesday night, and then he was talking about his ordeal in the hands of the kidnappers. and we'll also get to listen to that. Then we'll get to listen to Sheikh Gumi as well, who fought IPOB against terrorists, saying that IPOB is the one who is the terrorist organization, why these terrorists are just doing business, and that's the reason why they should be negotiated with. Anyway, we'll take this one after the other, right? We'll take this one after the other. But then, Barrister Darlington Agomo, good evening to you and welcome to the conversation.
Good evening, Chairman. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
How was the weekend?
Right. It was good. It was very, very good. I'm grateful for that. It's been a while, you know. I had a stress-free weekend. Anyway, let's look at the conversations one after the other, beginning from the political aspect. Then we'll look at insecurity. Then Ike Ekweremadu, the UK rejecting the transfer that the Nigerian government actually asked for. And then Atiku has formally joined the ADC. I mean, are you happy about that? You're one of those who believe that Peter Obi should run alongside him as his vice presidential candidate. He has fully joined the ADC now. Peter Obi is also expected to declare. There were reports that the ADC actually told them that after the Anambra elections, which took place earlier this month, they should declare where they want to stand. Before now, Peter Obi seemed to have one leg in the Labour Party and one leg out. How do you feel about Atiku formally declaring for the ADC?
It's a good news because that's what we have been expecting. Before now, I mean, anybody who is a political watcher of events, we know that Atiku will declare for ADC because he midwifed it. Atiku midwife ADC, everybody is aware of it. So I don't see how he can now midwife ADC and now leave it for somebody else. It's not possible. So it is expected. It has been long awaited. We are now waiting for Obi, who told us after the election in Anambra or that he's going to declare in this November. And November is ending this week. So maybe by weekend or so, Obi, we're expecting him to say something. Because whether he like it or not, Obi must run with a party. There's no independent presidential candidate in Nigeria as of today. So he must run with a party. It's not something to be speculated or something to assume or something to, consider. He must run with a party. That is a fact. And if he does that, with PDP in turmoil, and the Labour Party, in fact, also in turmoil, I don't see any other party where he can find succor now. I don't see any other. So the assumption is very clear, but I will not make that assumption until he makes the declaration. That is the way I look at it.
But do you think the ADC would actually just give Atiku an express ticket without primaries? Amechi is part of that party. He has talked about what he will do as president. He has said he will also go for one term. He has talked about how the APC is failing Nigerians and how he will do better.
If the leadership of a party is exclusively their own right, if they decide on a consensus candidate, you and I have no say in it. Even the court cannot interfere. That's the truth. If they decide that, look, it's a waste of time and resources trying to organize all these things, like in APC, is anybody challenging Tinubu? So if they can do it in APC, why not in another party? That's the truth.
All right. Atiku posted on X saying it's official and Nigerians are asking the question, especially when he said that it is time for the real opposition to roll out. Is it because he was not part of any political party? That's why he seemed to have been a little bit quiet about what's happening in Nigeria. And maybe not. It's not very fair to him to say that he's been quiet, but he's not oppositioning the way the APC oppositioned when they were in the opposition. I keep saying this because that's what Nigerians are saying. That's the sentiments they're sharing with us when we go out on the field to get their pulse on what's happening in the nation.
You see, even I, myself, I have not been happy with the way the opposition is behaving. They are not behaving like opposition, but all of us cannot have the same character. We cannot have the same character. It's not possible. APC did the opposition in a very rough way, in a very violent manner. And it is that violence they brought into governance that is now haunting them. But the opposition of today, they are still trying to find their feet. So they are not in a position to begin to checkmate the government, because the government want it to be so. When they put their house in disarray, is it not when you settle down that you now begin to look at what the government is doing and other? So the government never wanted the opposition to settle down, and so they are finding they are trying to find their feet, and they cannot in that instance be fighting the government, or so now that things are coming into place with the ADC and Atiku declaration, I think they still have at least one more year to do what they need to do, or even 8 months. Yeah, 8 months before things will start happening.
2027 seems so far away, yet so
it's
near.
Very near. Yeah,
but before now, we've seen the APC already gearing up. We've been seeing campaign posters for President Bola Tinubu. We've seen the renewed hope agenda being touted. In fact, whenever any ministry or any institution in Nigeria does anything, they will tag renewed hope to it. Right now, we are seeing it everywhere. They will say, "Oh, it's in line with the renewed hope agenda of the president." You at a point it was on Third Mainland Bridge. At the point it was on this Muritala Mohammed International Airport Road, the door to door for PBAT. You go to Abuja, you see the president. You see banners with the president's face saying "Vote him for 2027." If you are going towards 7 Up, like you're going on Lagos Ibadan Expressway, you will see it right there. There is a very big banner. There was before, because I've not passed there recently, so I don't know. There was a very big banner. Oh, vote for President Tinubu in 2027.
Yes.
One more time, renewed hope agenda, a look on 2027 and all of that. So the APC has been intensely politicking, intensely campaigning, and the opposition seems to be asleep. So can they prepare for the 2027 election with the short time that they have?
It means that this election is between APC and Nigerians. That's the meaning. There's no need, because the campaign is overwhelming coming from APC. Everything now is on your mandate, we stand. Everything.
You're not singing it right, sir. On your mandate, we shall stand.
Okay.
On your mandate, we shall stand.
So,
this song sounds nice.
So
even nodding along.
That's what I'm saying. That will tell you how bad. You want to open your office in the morning as an IPC person, you sing it. You want to hold a meeting, you sing it. You want to eat in your house, you sing it. Even when husband and wife want to make they will sing it before they will now. So that is how bad it has become on your mandate. Meanwhile, Nigeria is burning. Can you see the contradiction? America is coming with their guns blazing, and you are singing on your mandate. Which mandate? That is the irony of this whole thing. Nigeria is like this, and you are still praising the people on the person under whose watch Nigeria is burning. Is that not hypocrisy? If Nigeria were to be Nigeria of you, will this type of thing be happening? Mention any other president that they have praised like this. Mention. Not even Obasanjo with his bullish attitude. When somebody does not have anything to offer, it is this type of thing that follow. What you cannot get intellectually, you use the brute force, intimidation, threats to get it. That's the truth. Ask these people now, what mandate are they talking about? They cannot explain it. But whenever he comes around in any setting, they will sing it first. On your mandate, we shall stand. What kind of thing is this? I don't even know the meaning of all these things. So the campaign is hot. Meanwhile, that is a violation of Electoral Act, because the campaign have not started. That's not the time.
That's officially. Now campaign period has not started officially, according to the laws of INEC.
Exactly. So he violated the Electoral Act. He violated it. And now when any other person follows suit, they won't even look at who started it. They'll go and look at those persons. The campaign have already, in fact, officially it has started. Because if they are campaigning now, what else is left with the election? By the time they will not throw the door open, you would have gone far. That means you started the race before the whistle is blown. That is not fairness. You are using federal power to be ahead of your competitor. Is that fair? It's not fair. It's not fair. And Nigerians will not look at it that way. When you use this method to get victory, is that victory? You got victory through a crude means. through a crude means, through shortchanging others, through double standard. That is not victory. But like I said, Nigerians are waiting for them. In fact, I will shed tears here if at the end of the day Nigerians make another mistake. I'm not joking. If Nigerians make another mistake, sincerely speaking, they won't like what I will tell them. They need to protect their vote. Whichever way it goes, protect your vote. Whenever you vote, stay there. All the polling agents, collect the result sheet, hold it. So that whenever they go there to go and bring a wrong result, you present all you have in your different polling units all over the country. That will tell us how the election went.
All right, then. While we're still talking about political permutations, what do you think would actually be Obi's fate if he decides, or if he insists that he wants to get the presidential ticket of the ADC or any other political party instead of becoming Atiku's running mate like you've been propagating?
That particular situation is left for Nigerians to decide. Abi, whoever is contesting, is it not vote that will determine how far you go? If you want to go to any other party, or I mean, the vote of the people will decide. But I am thinking that with what happened during the last election, the 2023, Obi and Atiku should merge their votes. It will go a long way to make an impact. That is my own thinking. That is where I was basing my argument. Anybody telling Obi to go and run separate and all that, that person is not his friend. It's not. It's not.
Whoever is telling Obi to go and run separately is not his friends. Why so? If the man has a presidential ambition and he believes he can get Nigerians to vote for him, shouldn't he try his luck again? He tried in 2023. 2027 might just be different for him.
The intention of any political party is to get victory at the poll. You are not going there to go and test the water. No. You enter the race because you want to win. You want to get victory. So, with what is going on now, with the way the polity has been divided, can an Obi run separately and get victory? Is that not a question you should be asking yourself? Can he run separately and get victory? So the question is left for the obedient and other people. That is it. I didn't say he should not run, but I said he should run. But to run in a place where the likelihood of victory is certain. I mean, there is no this thing about it.
All right, then let's actually move from the political conversation of Atiku Obi and whatever is happening with the ADC right now to talk about insecurity in Nigeria. I want to play that video I talked about. An alleged bandit or a terrorist came out to boast that they've kidnapped students in Kebbi State, kidnapped students in Niger State, and they'll soon start kidnapping soldiers and politicians and even the president, and there is nothing that the government can do about it. Let's take a listen. This person is not speaking in English. This is Hausa Fulani language. Yeah, but if you know the interpretation of what this person says, I want you to call me up and let me know. But I also have an interpretation from someone that I asked who said they speak who speaks the language, and then they interpreted it for me, and I recorded that. But in the meantime,
da kolas an dauke makaranta a KBC test, an dauke makaranta a Niger test. An gaba sojoji zamani da kama muna ɗaukowa muna kai su a daji muna ɗaukowa ibala soja Nigeria nan gaba za mu ɗauki gwamna, za mu ɗauki shugaban ƙasa, za mu ɗauki sauransu. Ba ruwanmu da an kama kowa, gwamnati za ta yi maganin komi, hukuma ma Allah ya muku maganin komi ya share muku kukan kato ba zai iya ba. An tashi na gaishe ku mutane social media, ina maku barka da warhaka. An tashi kowa ta da kwalarsa, an dauki yan makaranta a KBC test, an dauki yan makaranta a Niger test, Nan gaba sojoji za mu dinga kama muna ɗaukowa muna kai su a daji muna ɗaukowa. Dibalan soja. Nigeria. Nan gaba za mu ɗauki gwamna, za mu ɗauki shugaban ƙasa, za mu ɗauki sauransu. Ba ruwanmu da an kama kowa, gwamnati za ta yi maganin komi. Kuma ma Allah ya muku maganin komi ya share muku kukan. Kato ba zai iya ba. An tashi na gaishe ku mutane social media. Ina maku barka da warhaka.
All right. Recently, I saw a video where a terrorist, went live on a social media platform TikTok. They went live, just like right now we're streaming live on YouTube and people can watch us, right? By Darlington. So you can also go live on certain social media platforms. You can go live on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, and even on Twitter, although Twitter is called Spaces, right? This person went live right there in the forest, and a young Nigerian girl joined the live stream, and she was begging the bandits, say, please stop killing us. And they were laughing. We've even seen situations where 7 Nigerian soldiers are liking or commenting on videos posted by bandits on social media. They've now grown brazen to the point where they are threatening to kidnap governors, politicians, and even the Nigerian president. Now, you've heard, do you understand Hausa? You don't understand Hausa? All right, or Fulani, or whatever language he's speaking right there. But I had someone translate this, and let's actually listen to what this person said the translation is, because while it was posted, the translation was also written out. But I wanted to be sure that I also did my own research, also did my own journalistic work by looking for someone who speaks the language to also translate it for us. Let's take a listen.
He said we kidnap students from KB State and Niger State. And we will, moving forward, kidnap soldiers, we'll kidnap governors, and even the president. And there is nothing that anybody can do. The only thing that if you guys like, pray to anybody that there's nothing that you guys can do, but
all right. That's literally the translation of what this person said. Is it not the brazenness? The presidency tells us that the United States has agreed to collaborate with Nigeria to end insecurity by providing intelligence support and also helping with defense equipment. Are we slowly seeing the federal government rising up to defend Nigerians against these insurgents?
Nothing will happen. Even if they give the Nigerian government all the ammunition on earth, they will not use it against them, because we bought a Tucana jetty here and even attack helicopter. They told us that it's a game changer, that with it now the terrorists have finished this and that. At the end of the day, what happened? How about the APC we bought for them that they have handed over willingly to the terror? In fact, told you Bello had to capture one of them at a time. So what is this arms and the whatever? Look at how much we have spent on ammunition. Over 22 trillion naira, yet no result. It's not about buying arms all over the world. It's about the political will to use it. We are not going to do anything with the way these guys are talking. They have seen the government of Nigeria finish. They don't see them finish. So all this going to America to seek is just a waste of time. They want to use it to cover their incompetence at home here. Buhari went there under this same Donald Trump in his first comment. At the end of the day, what happened? With all the Tucana jet he bought, what happened? Nothing. Nothing. Rather, the terrorists were getting bolder.
Vice Darlington, please come closer to your microphone.
Good. The terrorists were getting closer, and nobody paid attention to what they were doing and how they were doing it. They were not taking cognizance of how these guys were growing wings. All the intelligence gathering, nothing. The DSS are just there while these guys are getting bolder. So it's not about ammunition. It's about the political will to do the needful. if you are a government in power, I don't see why terrorists should be threatening you in this manner and you are not doing anything. They are so bold and so arrogant in what they are doing. So bold and so arrogant. So, I mean, it tells you that the government is not ready.
They are not ready, and yet the NSA, the Attorney General of Federation, the IGP were sent to the US to meet with members of Congress to go to the White House and talk about how to save Nigeria from insecurity. Doesn't that spell readiness to you?
No, they went there to stop America from coming into Nigeria.
But they just had a conversation with them about supplying Nigeria with defense equipment.
Leave that thing. They want to use to cover up. That if they bring those equipment here, they will not use it. In fact, the same day those things will land in Nigeria, the following day it will enter into the hands of the terrorists. That's the truth. If the weapons arrive Nigeria today, within 2 weeks it will get into the hands of the terrorists. So they are doing this thing to tell American government that they are doing something. You will know all these tricks now. That's why they went there, so that America can sell their arms and ammunition and collect the money. That is what they are doing. They want to cover what is going on, cover what is going on at home here. Okay, since they went there, look at what is going on at home. Since they went there does this show that this is going to go away in a few days' time? No. If care is not taken, if a decisive action is not taken, Nigeria is going to live with this in the next 50 years.
You know, it didn't start in a day. It didn't start yesterday. It didn't start in 2 days ago. So nobody's expecting it to end just in 2 days' time, like you said. Even though I know that's just being figurative, but still, is this not a step in the right direction? That's literally the question. Because if you continually say that the government is not doing anything, and now they seem to be doing something, are you still not happy with what they are doing?
No, they are not doing anything. No, seriously, let us not deceive ourselves. If they want to do something by now, Tinubu should have ordered those people in Benue and Plateau to get out of that place. That is where to start. Start from the known, to the unknown. We know that terrorists are occupying Benue and Plateau villages now. They are there. Tell your military, go and dislodge those people from there. Let these people in IDP camp return to their homes. That is the first step to take. But he's not doing that. He cannot even order it. I don't know why. That will tell you that they are not ready to do anything. Forget about all this one that ransom is being paid and they are returning the school girls. Is that an achievement? Oh, do you want to tell me now that because those girls you are returned, therefore no other girl in terrorist camp? Where is Elia Sharibu? Let us start from there. The way those girls were even taken away is enough to tell you that something is happening here. You are a military officer. You are a security agent. They told you to take charge of a school. You were there, even drilling them on how to escape if there is anything. All of a sudden, order came from above and asked you to get out of that place. You people left, and 30 minutes after, they came to pack all these girls like sardines. What does that tell you? Who will give that order from above? Is it spirit?
Even the state governor is asking who gave the order because he's saying he doesn't know who gave that order and that they were actually told to ensure that they secure those girls right there. And so these are the questions that we'll keep asking. Who gave the order? Who gave that order for them to withdraw?
Is that the first time? Dapty girls, uncle. Dapty girls. I'm talking of a place where there was curfew. All of a sudden, the same road was cleared. A stretch of road between Jibowu and Maryland, or even Ikorodu, they cleared it. No police, no army, no DSS, nobody. They just drove in. And Amnesty International were calling them. Look at these people. Look at them coming. Calling the army. They didn't pick the call until they came easy and went easy. And up to today, nobody told us who gave the order. Have you ever known who gave the order that came from above? Have you ever? All the order that always come from above, have you ever come out and say, yeah, they said this is the man who gave the order? Have you ever? When Bola Ige died, that was the same thing. Order came from above and told all these 4 security details to go and eat. And they said the order came from above. Order is always come from, but I know that God didn't give that order. It didn't come from God. Somebody gave that order. So let nobody be deceived. The federal government of Nigeria will come out and tell us one day what they are doing with the terrorists. It's a very, very important, because it is not obvious to everybody that the federal government of Nigeria is complicit in what is going on.
You know, again, I've told you, complicity, saying that one is complicit or one is aware of a situation is very different from saying that one is complicit. Complicity implies just what one of the U.S. congresswomen were saying last week, that is either the president is directly involved or he's tolerating. So he's wanting to tolerate and another to be complicit. Are you saying that not only our political elite or the Nigerian, not just political elite or unknown actors, but the Nigerian government is actively sponsoring terrorism? Isn't that a reach?
I said the federal government of Nigeria is complicit because, one, Sheikh Gumi told us, and nobody challenged him, that whenever he goes into the bush to visit these boys, this is bandit boys, that the federal government used to give him what? To cover. Not once, not twice, not a third time. Sheikh Gumi have been liaising between government and these criminals. So what are you now saying? Told Bello, the day he was boasting on camera before the press, he said, look, all this noise that they should arrest them, that they know where all of you are, that this business we are doing, one of you gave it to us, one of you gave us this business we are doing. Did anybody challenge him? Up to today, that man is still holding court to somewhere. Please, what other evidence are you looking for? But when somebody coughs in the southeast, you will see how the federal government will mobilize all the army, everything, and go after that person. Is that not true? So what are you saying? Is that not complicit? No, tell me what else is complicit. Tell me. They know what they are doing, but this thing they are doing now is coming to consume their government. In fact, that's the irony. That thing that you are trying to support and those who ride on the back of a tiger, always end up on the belly of the tiger. I'm not the one that said it too. You brought terrorists here to kill all of us. The terrorist now is threatening to come after you. Yes, he said that. Is this not the first time? I hope you remember. There was a time they threatened to kidnap Buhari and Erufai. At a point, they shot a member of the Brigade of Guard in Abuja. So it's not today. They have been doing it. In fact, when they stormed the Kuje prison, before they did that, they warned the federal government under Buhari, look, our commanders in your prison, we want you to release them for us. But if you refuse to release them, we will come and release them ourselves. And it happened. Choma, it happened in this country. To tell you how bad the things have gotten to. The federal government is now, tolerating, pampering, terrorists. Why wouldn't they become bold? No, why wouldn't they become bold? Let nobody be deceived. Federal government must tell Nigerians what they are doing with the terrorists. That they cannot be very brutal against them. They must tell us. It's very important because this thing has gotten to a level where people should be asking questions. Everybody now should be asking the federal government of Nigeria questions. No longer pretenses. At least they have jailed Nnamdi Kalabi. They have put him away. Oh yeah, let us face what is going on now.
Right. Talking about Nnamdi Kanu and the Southeast, actually, I want us to take a listen to Sheikh Gumi talking about how IPOB attacks the police, attacks the army, attacks INEC and government institutions, but that these herdsmen, terrorists and bandits, they're only kidnapping children, not to kill them, but to make money. So let's actually take a listen to him before we continue the conversation. Recall that these are his own sentiments. He appears on radio, on TV, and then he talks about these particular issues. But let's just quickly take a listen, and then the conversation continues.
When you ask a battery of questions, how do you expect me to convince you? Let me step one by one. IPOB is attacking the police, is attacking the army, is attacking INEC, government institutions, killing our men in service. And the herdsmen are kidnapping children, not to kill them, to get money. So how can you compare somebody who's killing our gallant men in the armed forces directly, attacking them, to somebody who's kidnapping children to make money, not to kill them? Look, we need some fairness in what we are doing.
All right, talking about fairness, is Sheikh Gumi actually being fair to IPOB? And quite a number of Nigerians are saying when we talk about insecurity, that we focus too much on the north and forgetting the southeast that's actually going through its own insecurity. Sometimes the villagers, especially in Enugu and in Ehamufu area of Enugu state, say that they are being attacked by Fulani herdsmen, while at other times they say it is IPOB, it is some local terrorists called Umoma and others that are actually doing the killings. Do we overlook the southeast when we talk about issues of insecurity? And I also want you to weigh into what Sheikh Gumi has said.
Look, what this man is saying is very, very provocative. But because he had the backing of the government, that's why he has continued to do this, and nobody have called him to order. So he agreed that the children are being kidnapped to make money. Tomorrow when we say it, they say, children, that is even a crime against the children under Child's Right Act. He confirmed it now that children that are supposed to be in school or in the bosom of their parents are being kidnapped to make money. And this man is justifying it. That we should be fair. You see, look, this Gumi has a security company. And I think because of the money he's making from this thing, it has made him to be very, very insensitive to what is going on. The way he talks, the way he behaves, and you told me that this man is a medical doctor in the military. I didn't see any wisdom in this man. I wonder those he treated, how they ended up. Because I have never in my life seen one single wisdom in what Sheikh Gumi, just defending this evil. That is what Sheikh Gumi is doing. Defending this evil. Even in the face of what is going on, he's defending them with all his sweat. And the federal government of Nigeria is watching him. Let somebody from the southeast do this what this man is doing and see what will happen to that person. You can see, and he's asking us to be fair. To be fair that you brought terrorists into Nigeria to kill us, Abi, and you are telling us to be fair that we should not pay them, we should not support them. That man that spoke those things in Hausa, I am very convinced he's not from Nigeria. The type of intonation I'm hearing from him, he cannot be from Nigeria. That is a fact. He cannot be from Nigeria. And these are the people Sheikh Gumi is telling you and I to be fair to them. To be fair to foreign terrorists who came into Nigeria. How many terrorists did Nnamdi Kanu bring into Nigeria? For a start, how many? But those who brought them, they are walking about the free. And Sheikh Gumi is forcing you and I to answer them as if we owe them anything. And the federal government of Nigeria didn't see anything wrong in that. And when somebody gets angry over this nonsense, they will not leave the person that caused the problem and go after that person. What brought about the agitation? Is it not this arrogant behavior? Arrogant behavior that is nowhere in our constitution. Arrogant behavior that is not tolerated by any sane society. That is why they chase him out of Saudi Arabia. Let him go there and make that noise. But here, we are going to tolerate him because, yes, they own Nigeria. They can do whatever. They can say whatever. And the federal government cannot utter a word. And you are telling me that this type of behavior cannot cause anger. It cannot cause anger and provoke some emotions. That is the reality. I've told you severally here that it is the society that prepares the crime. The criminal just commit it. When you begin to treat some people as if they don't have rights in their own country, while the others can do anything, commit murder, commit whatever, and get away with it, what are you doing as a? Are you trying to build a society of equal treatment? The person you have not treated well, how will he feel? He will be happy, Abi? No, you want him to be happy. That is the issue. But nobody wants to talk about. I want to see how there will be peace and progress in the absence of justice. I want to see how. Let them continue to deceive themselves.
Okay, while we're actually talking about solutions, a young man has come out to talk about something that happened in Katsina State. He claims that bandits kidnapped some villagers in Katsina and demanded 100 million naira for each of the people they kidnapped, about 30 people. Then the villagers, knowing the families of the bandits, now went to kidnap the families of the bandits.
You can see. Yeah.
And said to the bandits, you kill our family members, let's kill your family members as well. And so when the bandits saw that, they now started begging and then released the captives, saying the villagers should only pay 30,000 naira each. So the villagers now released their own family members to them. First of all, how possible is this? People are not just spinning stories because of insecurity.
You can see what is going
terrorism.
On in a country governed by Tinubu. Look at what is going on. Look at the type of story that is coming out in a country governed by APC. Those who came to give us paradise. Rather, what we are seeing is hell. Look at the type of story. Meanwhile, on your mandate. That's what you keep hearing. Meanwhile, the real issue, nobody is talking about it. Look at it, has now become a business. Meanwhile, look at the whole farmland in the north that is yearning for cultivation. A whole land that is yearning for cultivation and produce food. They have left it and they are now doing what? Banditry, ransom taking, kidnapping. The fastest growing business in the north now. The fastest growing business. And you are telling me that with time, this will not turn into something else. No, tell me. You are telling me now that as I'm sitting here now, if this thing continue without being arrested, it will not turn into something else in Nigeria. Look, it is only a foolish person who cannot know, who does not know where the rain started beating him. Because everyone, how did we get here? Anybody you see that, how did we get here? You knew why you get here, but when some of us were shouting from the rooftop, you refused to listen. You refuse to listen. All our predictions about this APC have come to pass. And more is still coming. Did anybody listen to us? So you think this will go away tomorrow, Abi? It's not possible. Because these terrorists have become more powerful than the government. I'm not joking. They have become more powerful. With the support of people in government, they have become more powerful than government. That's why nobody can touch them. Not a leader that caused the problem. Look at how all of them are looking for political power all over the place. But to their heart that is on fire, nobody wants to talk about it. And you are telling me that they don't know what they are doing. They know. My happiness is that Nnamdi Kanu have been vindicated because they said it's the cause of insecurity in the whole Nigeria. They said it's the cause of it. Now that
Who said it's the cause of
the government. When they were reading that in
what they linked him to was the killings that occurred during ENSA. He gave his words were inciting. Of course, the killing of security operatives.
This one that happened now is still Nnamdi Kanu, Abi. He's inciting these terrorists, Abi. Hold on now. Let us look. When you want to say something, please compare it where it is comparable. Don't just say things. This one that is happening now, please, who is inciting them to go and kidnap those people? Is it not Shegumi? And who have arrested him?
Shegumi is inciting them to go and kidnap.
You're
saying that his utterances is making
of course
terrorists.
Yes, he said it is. Did you hear him? By supporting him, he's inciting them to go ahead and kidnap children for what? For money. That is his own idea of making money. You can see. This man, I think he doesn't mean well for those children. If at all, he has one. His own children, are they among? His own children, are they among? Look at what he's saying. And the federal government of Nigeria, the DSS, they will never say, they will not hear this one. They will not. They will not hear this one, no. They will not. Including the past one that they have been made, no. Nobody will hear it. But let it be said by somebody from the southeast, it become an issue. And you are telling me you want peace and progress in Nigeria. And I want to see how it will happen.
A wife of a serving military officer in Nigeria has come out to lament the killing of the Nigerian Army Brigadier General Uba, and talking about how she doesn't feel safe. That what about those in lower ranks? She's scared for the safety of her husband and what will happen, to her children if anything happens to the man. We have gallant officers dying at the forefront of this fight every other day, and then they have been complaining also of the kind of weapons that they are given, not just the kind of weapons, but that sometimes they even don't give them the matching orders. So who is that person? Who is it that is so high up in the Nigerian military space that is giving the order for soldiers to withdraw from protecting school children, and also giving the order for them not to shoot as these terrorists? Who is that person? Who are those people? Where is that cabal that is protecting these people and allowing them to do this to Nigerians? The Southwest governors held a security meeting today. They're talking about how to fund Amotekun to ensure that they can repel these terrorists from actually making inroads into the region. They're also talking about how they can do better to ensure that insecurity does not pervade the Southwest region of the country like it's happening in some other regions.
Look, you see, the Nigerian military, if they are not careful with these politicians, the politician will destroy their career. I'm not joking. This lamentation by Nigerian military, I am tired of listening to it. Whenever they are tired, they will do the needful. Whenever the Nigerian military, Nigerian army that I know, whenever they get tired of hobnobbing with politicians, they will do the needful. As at now, I don't have any sympathy for their lamentation, because they allow this thing to be happening. They allow their boys to be used as a cannon fodder in the battlefield. Rather, they will come back and be lamenting to us how this happened, how they were not giving gun, how they were not giving marching order. Whom are you telling that one? Is it me? And you don't know what to do. Continue now. When you got tired, you know what to do. Will I tell you? That one is not my problem. You signed to do a work, and somebody is stopping you from doing that work to the best of your knowledge, and you are still there.
Do you expect them to flout orders that are given to them then?
It is a very, 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 very annoying thing. In fact, it is illegal to obey any unlawful order in the state of anarchy. Quote me. It is illegal for you to obey your so-called oga or commanding officer to do an unlawful thing in a state of anarchy. There is crisis here, and you know what to do as an army man, and you left it because your oga said, and you call yourself a soldier. No, you are not. Seriously, you are not. If you're a soldier, you do the needful.
But soldiers are trained to follow orders.
Really? No, it was in the days of Fela and Kulakubuti, when they were called zombie. Now, they are now modern soldiers. They are no longer zombie. They should be using their sense. That in those days, it was zombie. Now, they are no longer zombie. They should be using their wisdom to carry out their duty. After all, their chief of defense, Abi, he said he doesn't need his permission to do the right thing. Yes, the Musa, he said that they don't need his permission to flush out these people. So what are they waiting for? Eh?
The Lagos State governorship candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 elections, Gbadebo Road's rival, has actually said that the government must sit up and ensure insecurity becomes a thing of the past, or they should allow citizens the license to carry firearms for self-defense. Have you gotten to the point where Nigerians should actually be allowed to have licensed firearms?
If the terrorists can carry it, why not? No, hold on. Do you know that most of these unnecessary deaths wouldn't have occurred if the terrorists know that the people that are coming to attack actually have an arm? Are you aware?
Don't you think that will just make them come with more sophisticated weapons?
No. It will be at least, if 10 of them come, at least maybe 4 or 5 may go. But 5, there's no way the villagers will not, So, it's not possible. But here, they come and ransack everywhere and go freely. Not even a scratch on their body. But if everybody is armed, you can ambush them and get some down. By the time they know that they are losing people, they will think twice now. They can't kill everybody and get away like that. Some people will die among them too. Abi? Some people will die. That's it. But here, they don't do, even after they don't collect some of the women, the one they like and all that, and go away with them. No challenge, no resistance. If you have gun, that gun will be speaking. All
right. You're currently tuned into the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I'm your host for today. My name is Chioma Innocent, and I've been speaking with Barrister Darlington Agoma. We're talking about a number of the issues that are actually affecting us today as a people, as Nigerians, and insecurity is one of those issues that has pervaded Nigeria, not just the Nigerian media space, but this is a real problem, and real people are also experiencing this problem. Now, I want us to actually take a listen to one of the victims of the kidnapping at the CAC church in Eruku, Kwara State. Let's hear this victim talk about their experience while in the forest with the terrorists. They'll tell us, you will hear the victim talk about their experience. Now, the reason why we are hearing all of this, why we're listening to all of this, the reason why it is important for us to talk about all of this is so that you understand just what an existential threat terrorism is for us in this country. I want you to know that it's not something that we can close our eyes to. We cannot act like it's not happening. We cannot play the ostrich, bury our heads in the sand and act like this is not happening, because indeed it is happening. Let's take a listen.
After 30 minutes of the program, we start the program by 15 minutes of the program. After the presentation, even my own perspective, I didn't know I think it was just starting off so quiet. But by the time we get, we surrounded the whole church. Even some people, they begin to now they are seeing drop of blood everywhere.
Now, from that to say, what you are with this, what is the situation right there inside the building?
It was unlikely because when we got here, we really knew that it was a dominated area for big community. Even they have the quality girls themselves that we understand. And they make us know that there's no that can just keep away, nothing caught. And with what we see, nobody can escape. From that day, they have dominated. They knew all the routes surrounding all those bushes, then Kwara and other states.
Thank you. What can I say about the finish there?
Now, that was actually one of the victims of the abduction that took place last week Tuesday night in Eruku, Kwara State. We'll take a very short break now. When we return, the Evening Rush continues right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM.
Customer, welcome. What do you want buy?
I want buy changeover. Cutout fuse and distribution board made of 100% heavy duty copper.
Oh, come, I get them. See, I'm here.
No, now I'm looking for Slatter Star J cutout fuse and distribution board, Nipo cutout fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel.
But Oga,
don't worry. I know where to get them. Whether na Star J changeover cutouts fuse, Slatter distribution board, Nipo cutouts fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller and solar panel, Star J ceiling fan, sockets, all earthen materials. Make you no go do cover-wise pan foolish show. Slatter Star J Indian product na #1 since 1961. Made of 100% heavy-duty solid copper with no compromise. Available in all leading electrical shops nationwide. Slatter Star J na you biko.
All right, welcome back to the evening rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We'll continue the conversation from where we stopped. Vice Darlington Agomo, you did hear that young man talking about his experience. He said that they have dominated the forest, not just in Kwara State, but in other surrounding states, and that nobody can escape. Right now, we're getting report that schools and churches in Anambra, Ebonyi, and Enugu State are tightening security amid these rising terror attacks, and also that the federal government is now looking to ensure that we have grazing reserves, that is to rehabilitate and revive 417 grazing reserves across the country, saying but here is what the Minister of Livestock Development said, that open grazing is a major cause of Nigeria's recurring farmer header clashes.
True talk. Look, they are not serious. Forget that thing. They even created a ministry headed by Jega, former INEC chairman. Is that not true? They create up to today that ministry, they are just collecting salary, nothing. Chioma, nothing is happening. These people very deceitful. The federal government of Nigeria is very deceitful. Whenever they say something, you think that they are going to provide solution to the problem. Meanwhile, they are working towards a different answer. In 2016, you and I was here when Buhari included 940 million naira in our national budget. 2016. And what was that money for? To fund the Fulani herdsmen's activity. We all cried out and said no. I was in a TV studio that day and I said no. This is a problem. Other people that are doing their business, who put money for them and all that? They did everything to defend it. Eventually, Buhari said it is to build ranches to stop farmer header class. We said okay, if that will bring a solution. At the end of the day, what happened? Since Buhari left office, did he build one single ranch like this? Meanwhile, the 940 million we didn't see, but rather what we saw was guns all over the place at the end of that year. Is that not true? And this is the federal government of Nigeria telling you they want to bring solution to a problem. Meanwhile, they don't even mean it. In their heart, they are not sincere. They are looking for a way to bring money and give terrorists to continue what they are doing. Where is the ranches? Where are they? Where are the ranches? They went to Brazil and said the Brazilian people will come and do ranches and bring cow meat and all. Where are they? Where are they? Which one have you seen? When they created that ministry of what do you call it? Livestock. I said it here that Tinubu is wasting his time. This is not what these people want. This is not what this cattle. This is not what they want. I said it here. And since that time till now, is there any movement in that ministry? Have there been any activity that will solve this problem? Look, if the federal government is sincere, we have land. That one is not in doubt. Niger State, you call them under Buhari, come, we have all the land, everything. We can build whatever you need, we'll give you. We have vast land that will help you to graze your cattle all year round, no matter how many there are. And it's a fact. Because Niger State alone is the size of the entire southwest of 6 states. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the vast land we are talking about here? Nobody is living there. That is where terrorists have taken to what? To do their business. Because there's no human habitation. Nothing. A vast land like that, we are boasting of 8 million human beings. 8. Meanwhile, Lagos with just 3,577,000 square kilometers. have over 20 million people. Look at the gap, look at the difference. So they have land which these people would have taken advantage of. Kogi alone is the size of the entire southeast. Can you imagine? 29,000 square kilometers. 29. They call them, come, we can give you all the things. The land is so much. If we don't know what to do with the land, come. They refuse. We don't not tell you that these people, there is something they are looking for. There is no privilege we have not given these people, yet they refuse. They refuse completely. The federal government of Nigeria, was there any time they called IPOB and gave them any such opportunity and privilege, and they refused? Was there any time? Was there any time they called them and said, come, what are you, oh yeah, we are going to do this, and they said, no, we don't want? Was there any time? You can see what we are talking about. You can see what we are talking about, that these people, there is something they are looking for. Everyone here, Kamano, Nachono Binji. You can interpret that one for them.
Please interpret for the people that don't understand.
Tell them when they are sending it. Let them. I won't interpret it.
Please interpret it. You are the one who said it.
There is something.
The way you speak a language people don't really understand, you interpret it.
There is something the devil is looking in an engine, in a car engine. There is something he's looking for there. That's why he had to go. There is something they are looking for. Let nobody be deceived. All these things they are doing, they know what they are doing. There is nothing Buhari did not do. Ruga. Cattle colony, this and that, cattle settlement. All the permutations came to nothing. Meanwhile, they are surreptitiously and underground. They are doing what they are doing. You think they want to find solution? No, rather than finding solution, they are creating more problem for you and I.
There was a report today that President Tinubu has ordered the withdrawal of 100,000 policemen attached to VIPs as a strategy against insecurity. Why do we have 100,000 of our policemen attached to VIPs in the first place when ordinary Nigerians do not have protection against insecurity? And also, is that a strategy you agree with? Because the ADC does not agree with it.
No, look. That may even cause problem, because the policemen that have been so comfortable in the house of the Oga, eating free food and getting all the goodies and all the largesse, you now want to withdraw them suddenly from there. They will not be happy. I'm not joking. They will not be happy, because what they are losing from their former employment, they will take it out on the public when they enter the road. That's the truth. By the way, who told you that the insecurity that the military could not confront, that it is the police that will now go and solve the problem? Oh my God! In fact, this government, they are very funny. So you think when you withdraw all the police and do what with them? The police, what the army could not confront, you now want to use the police, Abi? You are joking. Look, they will not be cannon fodder in the face of this terrorist onslaught. In fact, some of them may even leave the police force. They will resign. That's the truth. Because they know they cannot solve the problem. They will not. They know. So withdrawing them will not help matters. And you want to recruit another 24,000, be 30,000 of them. It's not recruitment. Training, and the political will to do the needful. Okay, the person you are withdrawing now to enter into the battlefield, is it not the same person you are going to give order from above at the 11th hour not to do anything? Then why did you ask him to go and fight terrorists? If you are going to give him order from above, look at the contradiction here and there. Look, this government is, I don't know how to describe it. Very, very annoying behavior. You want to fight insecurity, yet you don't have the political will to give the necessary marching order. Then why are you pretending that you want to fight it? Why are you pretending? Why are you pretending? Please, that is not the solution. Even the IGP will not be happy because all these private security people that are, demanding for police security, they are paying money. They are paying money. So the IGP, where will he now be getting his fringe benefits? Where? You think the man will be happy?
So does that mean the president should just leave them there to be attached to the VIPs?
It's better.
While ordinary Nigerians are suffering insecurity.
It is better. It is better. It is better. Let them stay there, so that there will be peace in Rome. That's the truth. Let them stay where they are, as long as the resources are coming. Yes, let them stay there. After all, who deployed them there in the first place? Was it not you? Was it not you who told them to go and be securing VIPs and their companies? Was it not you? The money you are getting, I return all the money now to the VIPs. Is it for free? Tell me they are not paying money. And now you want to withdraw food from their mouth, Abi? Who told you that the policemen want to die in the first place? Who told you? Some of them may leave the police force. If you say they should come out from that place and go and join them at Sambisa Forest, they will leave the police. So
all right, then let's look at the case of Ike Ekweremadu. The Nigerian government sent a delegation to the UK seeking for his release. He should be brought back to Nigeria to complete his sentence. And the UK government has said, we need to do that one for here. We are not going to do that. Quite a number of Nigerians were not happy when they heard that Nigeria sent a delegation saying, look, even if you ask Ndigbo to release somebody for you, it's almost like the case of they liken it to the case of Jesus and Barnabas saying release instead of if you ask Ndigbo to release somebody for you, they would not tell you to release Ike Ekweremadu. So
exactly.
why this thing that the Nigerian government of everything you want to do, why are you going to the UK to demand for the release of somebody who was convicted on charges of human organ trafficking, saying it just puts a dent on Nigeria's image on the international scene?
Exactly.
Are you happy that the UK did not grant that
I am
request?
very, very happy, 100%.
Why are you happy?
In fact, 110%. In the first place, Ike Ekweremadu is not crying that the UK prison is not good for him or they are treating him badly. The man is living comfortably. The man is happy. I didn't see him complain that he's being maltreated or what. What happened is that when they decided that they are going to jail Nnamdi Kanu, they now wanted to bring Ike Ekweremadu to placate the Igbos so that they say, well, we managed to bring one of your sons from abroad. He's now with us to assuage what is going to happen. We know these are tricks that didn't work. Because I did not remember when the Igbos went to the federal government and said, please, this is our son in the UK. Can you bring him back? We never requested. Nobody. They did it on their own to placate the Igbos for what they are going to do with Nnamdi Kanu. That was a trick and a gambit that didn't work. It didn't work now. But we have been pleading to release Nnamdi Kanu here. They did not listen to us. You can imagine. No court is a Father Christmas to give you what you did not demand. Go and see UK prison. There was a time this idea. Go and see UK prison. There was a time this idea was brought up. And some prison officials in the UK came here to inspect our prison where they will return our brothers over there to serve their sentence. They went to Kirikiri. And when they saw what was happening there, they said, what? They said, what? You mean? They said, no, this is below standard. That even pigs cannot stay there. Pig cannot stay in that Kirikiri. And they used 700,000 pounds to build 120 spaces in that Kirikiri where they returned those people. It's on record. That will tell you here that, in fact, we are sharing boundary with the hell. I'm not joking. If you go abroad and see how human beings are living, and you come to Nigeria, in fact, Satan will be so proud of us that we are living in his kingdom and we are so happy about it. That is it. We are sharing kingdom with the hell here. For that thing to happen, it will tell you exactly how the world will see us. So when Nnamdi Kanu was talking, yes, he has his point. How do you treat a human being like this and you want him to turn out well? How? No, tell me how. Eh? How do you treat your own citizens like subhumans and you want them to behave well and be good citizens? My dear, it will never happen. It's like pouring water on stone. You are wasting your time. That's the truth. Eh? You want to go and bring a... Did they complain to you? The man will even be telling them, where are you taking me to? He said, no, please. I'm not joking. I don't think Ikwe Ekwemadu will want to return to Nigerian prison. I don't think so. I said it's not possible. I don't think he want to return here. Why not give the Igbos what they demanded from you? You think you are clever? Eh? They just want to go and do that gambit and see whether it will work. It didn't work now because the man was properly jailed. That's why he did not appeal. He was properly jailed. Eh? And we are not complaining. Yes, that is the Igbo man for you. We are not complaining. It is only if he was treated or maltreated or the judgment did not was not right. But if you read that Jeremy Johnson, I listened to it. I say, yes, this man, God will bless you people for setting the pace. When it comes to legal matter, that is the country of Lord Denny. They don't have time. They have a standard that is over centuries and they maintain it. But here, cut and nail. Let's move on now. The judgment let's move on. You are moving on in infamy and you want your country to grow. Oh my God. You want this place to grow and you don't want to lay a foundation for that growth. You want to build a 300-story building and you are laying a foundation for a 2-story building. Are you serious? Look at since independence, Chioma, 65-year-old, 65 years. Look at where Nigeria is. The only thing we have achieved is what? Insecurity. That is the only thing we have sustained in Nigeria that has been constant in our life for 15 years. Are you aware? There is no progressive development in Nigeria that has lasted for 15 years, except what? Insecurity, terrorism. Go and check your record. Apart from that, tell me any other thing. All we have been seeing is that one step forward, then 5 steps backwards when it comes to development. That's what we have been experiencing in Nigeria. But insecurity, consistently, it has been with us for 15 years. That means that is the only progress we have made. Can't you see it? That's the only progress we have made in Nigeria. Eh? And it still counts, that terrorists will come and be threatening everybody, threatening the president, threatening governors. And nobody has to come. What is exactly going on here? Everybody kept quiet. And you want to Nigeria of, you want to everybody come and tell us, I am prepared to give Nigeria secure every Nigerian. I am prepared to give Nigeria development. I say, Oga, have you finished talking? Oh yeah, do it now. Do it. You are telling me. So all of a sudden, all of us have become Mumuabi. Anytime you feel like you tell us, renewed hope. Where is the hope? Where is the hope? Renewed hope. Where is the hope? Hope that the children, your own children, that you swore to protect are now in IDP camp. Some are in terrorist den. And you go home and sleep. Oh God.
All right, then it's time for us to hear what you have to say. You have been listening to the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. It's time for you to call in to be a part of the show. We're streaming live on YouTube. Is VOP 903 FM on YouTube. You can send a message on WhatsApp or call me on WhatsApp on 0817-175-6338. 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp or send a message for direct calls. It's 0803-692-9933. Please turn off your radio set or turn the volume to the lowest before you call in so that we can have a smooth conversation. Welcome to Evening Rush. What's your name and location? Hello, are you there?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name and location, please? Welcome to the conversation.
Okay. So I want to contribute. Several people say they want to pull out all the old police from VIP people in Nigeria. And that is not the case there. America, are they coming into 20 million soldiers? No. If I go into 30 or 50, and they don't know what to do. So they don't know when you gather all the whole people in Nigeria. You tell all of us, so if you want to join army, they force us to join army. So make intelligent, politically, and the people, 100 people can do it. 100 people only can do it. Don't you want to gather all the whole 500 million police people before you say you want to do something? No. So that is my take this now. Thank you.
Thank you for your call. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of the conversation right here on the Evening Rush. Call me up. I want to hear from you. What's going on? Turn off your radio set or turn the volume to the lowest before you call in. Send a message on WhatsApp or call me on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338. 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp. Hello there. Welcome to the Evening Rush. What's your name and location, please? Hello?
Hello?
Welcome to the Evening Rush. Good evening.
I'm calling from
Please turn off your radio set and give me a call back. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. Hi there, welcome to the Evening Rush. What's your name and location, please? Hello, are you there? Alright, give me a call back. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. Hi there, welcome to the Evening Rush. What's your name and location, please? Hello, are you there? Alright, give me a call back. Definitely want to hear from you. Hi there, welcome to the Evening Rush. What's your name and location?
Yeah, good evening, Mazi from Germany. Barrister Darlington, good evening. You know one thing about this man called Gumi, because Gumi has been given too much power in Nigeria. Gumi has too much power. That's why he's talking whatever he's talking about. He's talking about IPOB and Hesman, Janjaweeds. Barrister in Niger State, which group shut down Nigerian, military fighter?
I wonder.
And then even killed how many soldiers in that parade. In Bauchi State yesterday, gunmen killed how many police officers. In Plateau State a few years ago, gunmen killed a serving senator and a serving House of Rep while they were attending mass burial. That was in Plateau State. Gunmen, Fulani Hesmen or Janjaweeds that have murdered a lot of policemen. You cannot compare what the alleged IPOB is doing and what these Fulanis are doing. You cannot compare them. There's no way. There's no way you can compare them. These Fulani Hesmen that have rendered everywhere. Look at what they're doing in Plateau, in Benue, in Taraba, in Oyo, everywhere. And he's talking about they are only kidnapping children. Shame on him and shame on Nigerian officials. Honestly, it's very disgusting people. I'm telling you, horrible.
I'm telling you.
Thank you for your call, man.
I'm telling you, that word alone, that they are kidnapping children to make money. Gumi, and you went to go and call Allah after saying all these things. It's unfortunate, seriously.
All right, 0803-692-9933, 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. This is the Evening Rush on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Hello there, welcome to the conversation. What's your name and location, please?
Hello, Choma, good evening.
Good evening to you. How you doing?
I'm fine. Good evening, the People's Barrister.
There was our.
My name is Mayor. I'm calling from First Start.
Welcome, Mayor.
Mayor.
Well done for a big job.
Yes,
You see, this issue of insecurity, I don't even see this government as serious about it. They have not exhibited any atom of seriousness. If they have an intention to fight insecurity, let them start from the 400 names that were given to the middle part of the legislation from the government of UAE. If we stand by there, then somebody like me should not be working around talking all these things, saying all manner of things. Because such characters are very clear that this man is claiming disability. He told us earlier that now that the bandits, the government call it, and people are hearing, government is hearing it, and they are not calling one day for question. So I don't see them serious. It's not that all these Trump everything, they are just trying to do what they call initial just to see as if people see them as if they are doing something. Government should be serious because this thing, the way it's going, I wonder maybe will be too far for this country. Because these people are taking over the nation and they are not pretending about it. That is all we do.
I'm telling you.
When the government of the day is serious, if the president wants to the other that if you cannot fight stability, you should be fine.
Abby?
That is the best way for the man. Let him be man. The God, he has no capacity, because he has no capacity to fight it. That is all the truth. So telling us, telling us going to the US with everybody telling us is a genocide against those people. You know, those things are just beating about the beach. So let the man be serious if he wants to continue the country, except he has no plan for the country, no plan for the country. That is the truth. So let them be up and doing if they want to like it.
Thank you for your call.
Even the congressman told them that, look, instead of the president of Nigeria to take steps and action to address the problem, he's sending emissaries to US, to everywhere. It shows that he's not serious. They know, America knows, they know that they are not serious. The government of Nigeria is not serious. There is nothing they want to achieve with this insecurity. Let them stop pretending. That's the truth. Let them stop pretending.
All right, then. You're currently listening to the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. I'm currently taking your calls. The number to call is 0803-692-9933. On WhatsApp, it's 0817-175-6338. You can call me on WhatsApp or send a message on WhatsApp. Hello? Hello, are you there?
Good evening.
Hi, good evening. What's your name and location, please?
My name is Robert. I am calling from my papa.
Welcome,
About that,
Robert.
Barrister Dality. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Robert. I know.
Barrister Dality. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Robert. How you doing?
Though your voice is fainting, but I believe you guys can hear me.
Go ahead.
Like what is happening in Nigeria now, I think it's a wake-up call. Enough of talking. If somebody cannot, by normal standard, the government is supposed to protect every citizen of Nigeria. But if they fail to protect you, nobody will advise you to. When I say protect, I'm not necessarily using gun or whatever. I think the rate of violence is not much. Let me say not, but nobody can tell when it will come here, right? So like today now, most of the governors in the southwest, I think about 6 of them, they converge in Ibadan to do a meeting on how to secure their territory, the Yoruba line in particular. So if other states, other regions can emulate, like East, the southeastern states, Now they should put party affiliation apart. I am a member of APC, I'm a member of AG, I'm a member. They should cut that one apart. They should think of how to protect their region, their people. Okay, possibly they employ local vigilantes who can, take care of their people. So that's what I believe will save life. Because what is happening now, God will not allow us to be a victim of what is happening.
All right.
By Darlington, thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you so much for your call. Please. Appreciate it. By Darlington. Yes. All right, go ahead, please.
How long have we continued to provide security for ourselves in Nigeria? Please tell me. This Amoteku, are they carrying gun? Have they been giving? Look, that they are doing meeting and that Amoteku is in place. Did they stop terrorists from attacking Ondo, Ogun State and all that? No, tell me. Did they stop it? These guys are not trained military men. They can't even stop these guys if they decide to do their thing. You and I know that. They are just there. No, just, to show their presence. In the real battlefield, Amoteku cannot stand because they don't have what it takes to stop them. They don't. If not, Ondo happened with Amoteku in place. Is that not true? As I talk to you now, there are places you cannot enter in Ogun State. Farmers cannot go there. You dare not. Cordoned off. And herdsmen are there. And so how long are you going to hold meetings to do this or do that? Look. Self-determination, this is what causes it.
Nice, Danny, please come closer to your mic.
Yes.
Then the question I want to ask you is, a number of people have come out, notable among them is Bashir Ahmed, which worked with the immediate past administration of former late President Muhammadu Buhari to talk about the ethnic profiling of Fulani people as terrorists. He's saying every time they blame anything that happens, any terrorist attack on Fulani headsmen. Also, there is a recent movie that came out in Nigeria. It's called The Head. In that movie, there was a terrorist attack. So people were coming back from a wedding. Cows blocked the road. At least from the trailer that I've seen, cows blocked the road, and then before the headers came out, and then they kidnapped those people. I have not seen the movie, but from the trailer, you can tell it's talking about insecurity. At some points, from the reviews I've seen, there were also some points where they were killing the people that they kidnapped and selling their body parts and all of that. Anyway, some people have come out to say, some Arewa people have come out to say they are not happy with that, and that the federal government should ban that movie. They want to write a petition for that movie to be banned, as it is painting the people of the Fulani extraction in bad light, that they are not terrorists, they are not all terrorists, and that it is very bad for them to be portrayed in that way. Is Nigeria being unfair to the Fulani people?
Look, in fact, we have been so magnanimous. Look, we have been so magnanimous. We have tolerated these people. They are so lucky to have come into Nigeria and do what they are doing. Have you seen what I'm telling you? Don't allow people, don't give them that unnecessary privilege that they don't deserve. The Fulanis came into Nigeria in 1804. They made people here, the indigenous people of Nigeria of different races and tribes. The Hausas tolerated them and said, come, you are our brother, because they can speak what? Language. And they now profess the same religion. That is all. That was all. That was why they admitted them. What happened? Chioma, what happened? Instead of accepting the hospitality of their host, being the Hausas, they slaughtered all the Hausa princes and took over the north. The man that called you to come and eat, you remove his hand from the food, finish the food, and then take over his house. And somebody is saying we are blaming the Fulanis. So Quentin Fulani did all those havoc in the north. Are they different from this one we are seeing?
Well, you do know that it will be unfair to paint the whole ethnic group with
let
the
me
brush
tell you,
of terrorism.
hold on.
Because of what a number of them are doing.
Listen.
Because the same way you talk about Igbo people and then say, oh no, you cannot call every Igbo person an IPOB member. That's why I asked you, is Nigeria being unfair to them?
Yes, we are more than enough. I just told you here. Those ones that did all this thing, who ran them in? If somebody as high as a Buhari, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria of just yesterday, can be accused of being the arrowhead of terrorism in Nigeria, and is a Fulani man. Some elder statesmen in Nigeria, they sued Buhari to court for bringing terrorism in Nigeria. So which other Fulani man is cleaner than him? Which other Fulani man? Who's supposed to be championing the rehabilitation of the Fulanis? Who's supposed to be calling the Fulanis to order? If somebody at that height was supporting what was going on, they have a trick, they have a modus operandi. They will set out these their killer brothers and pretend that they don't know what they are doing, and then stay in big offices in Nigeria while sponsoring and doing what, you know. Who are sponsoring all these people? Did they pick their money on the road? No. Their brothers in big offices are the ones doing it, and they will pretend that they are the good Fulanis. Yes, when they come out and talk, yes, they will pretend they don't know what is going on, though. That even the, like Gumi told me the other day, that the bandits, they don't even know where they come from. Oh. They don't have a religion, but you are supporting them. Chioma, look at that deceit. Gumi told me, I interfaced with him, that those bandits, they don't know where they come from. They don't even have a religion. And I asked them, why are you supporting him? Why are you supporting them? Why are you telling us to please them, to placate them, to give them money, since you don't know where they came from? Are you supposed to be saying that? That is the deceit they have been using for centuries. In the whole of the north to today, there is no one Hausa man that is an emir. Meanwhile, it is their land. They were there before the Fulanis came. What does that tell you? And he said we are not fair to them. Because we are accommodated. If we thought they did, though, and because they did it in the north and succeeded, they want to spread it all over Nigeria. So, who is that being fair and who is being unfair here? Tell me, which other ethnic group have behaved in this manner? Mention which other ethnic group have behaved in this manner. They will not answer me. They will not. You can see. It's just because we don't interrogate what they are doing. That's why they feel like it is their right. The way they talk and behave like this, Gumi, mention any other place that have been, so arrogant. This is the man Saudi Arabia could not tolerate. They declared him persona non grata. But he will come here and be telling us we are not fair. Chioma, in 1985, during Babangida era, we removed the money that university lecturers does. They granted them for research in our universities. Jubril Aminu yank it off, remove it to fund what? Nomadic education, so that when the Fulanis are going in the bush, teachers will be following them and be teaching them either in Fufu or in Hausa. Our money, we took it to just to bring them back into, just to give them life, just to give them a hairstyle, just to please them. Oh, yet at the end of the day, they told us Banza, they don't need our education. They left. No, that at the end of the day, we didn't see any money back. They didn't return the money. We didn't see any nomadic. Nobody. The thing just went down the drain. The money went down the drain. What have we not done? Please tell me, what have we not done for the Fulanis so that there will be peace in Nigeria? Yet they refuse. We say, come and take land free somewhere and do your business in a conducive atmosphere. They say no, until they take the whole land in Nigeria. That's when there will be peace. So somebody that had that kind of mentality, does it mean well? Their brothers in big offices in government, what have they done to rent them in and say, no, this is you are doing will come? Have any of them done that? Rather, when they strike, they will not pretend as if nothing happened. They will not talk about it. Gumi will pretend and say, well, we don't know who did it. They are not Fulanis. Okay, allow us to punish them. He will say, no, leave them. You can see now, leave them. Leave them. Rather, listen to what they are saying. Answer their requests. Look at the contradictions. But Nigerians, my fellow Nigerians, they don't even know that their country is already gone. Because these people came from outside, they don't have any interest in Nigeria. That man that spoke is not from Nigeria. The people that are disturbing us, they are not Nigerians. They are not Nigerians. That's why they don't even have any single pity for Nigerians. They want to destroy everything because they are not Nigerians. Is it in doubt? Let us go back to history. They are not Nigerians. But we have accommodated them here, yet we have not done enough.
We're taking your calls on the evening rush. We're also streaming live on YouTube. It's VOP 903 FM. VOP 903 FM on YouTube. On WhatsApp, it's 0817-175-6338. Call me up. Hello, welcome to the evening rush. What's your name and location, please?
Okay, my name is Andy. Well done.
Thank you very much. Where
Lagos. Barrister.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for analysis. Do you know why Kurumadu, you said if the Africa money will come here? Yes, we told you, he will come. Is it not here that Andrew Okaro went to jail and he succeed?
Yeah,
you are still waiting for him in the Senate.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Do you know when he followed the other door, he came out from the backyard door?
Of course.
He went and sat down in that same seat. Did he do any first election? So if a Kurumadu man comes in here, don't you know they will draft one paper, they take it to court, and then go and say that the trial done over there, they did not capture certain areas, and this is this and that is that. At the end of the day, they will now say, okay, they don't grant and bail. Make you go in first while the trial continues. One day they will join his name to presidential pardon, the one that they just did now. Have you forgotten? So who told you that you will be so glad if they bring you here, because he's not going to enter that pig ranch that you are talking about. He's not going to enter there. Do you understand? No, going back to the election proper, all what he said about the APC and what they are doing now is correct. But what anybody can do, you see, you told the anchor woman, say, election is not singing praises, it is to win. Entertainment football, yes, it is true. Didn't we entertain in some matches that we did? Did we go to World Cup? We did not. So what we are looking for, what do they find for my head? Now the eyes. So what we are looking for election is to win. All the people view article, they will get vote. Even though those 6 million, 5 million article used to get, you will still get it. But the fact remains that it is going to be difficult for somebody to overturn the spread.
It's true.
Hello, are you there? Thank you for your call. 0803-692-9933 for direct calls on WhatsApp. It's 0817-175-6338. You can send messages on WhatsApp or call me on WhatsApp. I want to hear from you. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Hello, welcome to the Evening Rush. What's your name and your location? Hello, are you there? Welcome to the Evening Rush on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Hello.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening. What's your name and location, please?
This is Dr. from the village.
Okay.
Please, help me tell Toby to deputize article for the benefit of Igbos in Nigeria. You see what they have done to Nnamdi Kanu. You know how they will allow people, even if he win as a president, they will not give it to him. Let him deputize article. Please, if you can reach him, this is the man talking to you. You go to from Jesus Village.
Thank you for your call. All right, let me
since you are in Jesus Village, the message is not reaching. We hear it.
All right, let me take your messages on WhatsApp. What's happening in Nigeria is getting out of hand. People are dying on a daily basis due to hunger. Businesses are folding up. International companies are living present is running around looking for foreign investment. What a contradiction. Innocent from Oshodi. Chema, mark my words. Atiku will step down for Obi to run unless subsequently America comes in. Tinubu will declare state of emergency to carry on. Good evening, Chairman Barnes Darlington. What success do you want the president that was declared winner in the middle of the night to achieve? What does that kind of midnight arrangement mean to you? Kolio from Abaranje in Ikotu. Good evening, I'm listening to your program. Okay. Definitely we'll do that. Thank you so much. Good evening, Choma. I want to plead with Nigerians to protect their vote in 2027. Vote out APC. They have brought hardship, poverty, and bad governance. Emma in Lagos. Good evening. It's unprofessional giving a bandit national recognition. Yomi from Lagos. He said playing such nonsense on national radio is out of place. It's unprofessional to give a bandit. Yomi from Lagos. We're just trying to let you know what is happening in your country.
So that it doesn't look like
we're trying to let you know what's happening in your country. So that it does not look like Nami Tokamo. So that you will understand that this is actually coming from somewhere.
And it will even help the government to understand what is happening. Yes, it's important.
Somebody has a message for you, but I'm not going to read it.
No, please read it.
I don't think you're going to like this.
No.
Shoma, you don't like reading messages. Why? If America allowed Nigeria to handle insecurity, forget it. Okay, the person said, Shoma, ask Darlington why his name is not on NBA list like Fred, Zako, and others. Why didn't he go to law school? Yes, he insists he's a barrister. He only went to Unilag recently.
Recently,
I told you I didn't want to read this message.
No, please, if that man is very stupid.
You're not allowed to say that or not. You are not allowed to insult anybody.
Listen very well.
The person did not insult you. They did not say you're mad or crazy. Please don't insult anybody.
Listen very well. That man, I wish he can come to this studio. So what does that have to do with what we are doing here? Did you find me wanting in the legal interrogation here? Have I come here to mislead anybody when it comes to a legal matter? Can you give what you don't have? Please, I don't want to listen to that man. Very useless.
You're not allowed to insult anybody. Whatever you're saying, within the bounds of what you say. I told you I didn't want to read this message.
I brought my lecturer here.
I told you I didn't want to read this message. And the person did not curse you. What is the meaning of that? What say you are mad or crazy? What is the meaning of that? Let's not do that. I did tell you I don't want to read this message.
Every time you go and the other day they said I'm not an Igbo man. It wasn't here. They said I'm not an Igbo man.
You know that people say a lot of things. Right now on YouTube, somebody is saying that I'm mixed blood, I'm tainted blood. They said all of these things. You're talking on national radio. Over 400 people are watching you on YouTube right now. Let's talk of the number of people who are listening to you via their radio here in Lagos. So of course, everybody will not agree with what you're saying. All right, don't get angry, Barrister Darlington. It comes with the tough. All right, everybody cannot love us all of the time. Good evening, Shoma and Darlington. I greet you. I'm interested in your analysis. I want to tell you one secret this night, Mr. Darlington. Go and write it down. Nigeria is going to divide soon. No election in 2027. I am Momo Ayodele. All right, Momo Ayodele. It looks like you will be wrong though. Osi Morale, thank you for your message. The man at the top of the food chain, Judiciary and National Assembly, even executive, are all monumental failure. Tex Mackenzie from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Chama, good evening, Darlington. You're right with your terrorism analysis, but I get angry with you anytime you narrow it to Southeast. Now that Kanu has been sent to where he deserves. I wonder what the government is doing by not jailing Gumi. That gives Darlington a leeway to say more under his disguised fair analysis, which is Eastern-centric.
Yes, now, you said Kanu is the problem. Now that you are putting me, what is going on now?
All right, that message is from David from Oshodi. Chama, I want to comment on UK's rejection of Nigeria appeal for Ekwe Imadi to be transferred to Nigeria. UK is a replica of a rule of law and development is good. Nobody is above the law. Had it been it was Nigeria, they would have overturned the case and free him. He deserves to be severely dealt with in UK for committing child labor and human trafficking. Mr. Oshibajo Comrade G from Lagos, Ikorodu. Chairman, good day. The level at which insecurity has bedeviled the country to the extent that Sheikh Gumi coming out boldly that federal government should have a budget for the terrorists. Can you imagine the brazenness? I can't believe this is happening in the country. Ola from Otta. Good evening, Ademi Kamaru from Banana Island. Ignorant people are saying 2007 election is between Nigeria and APC. The question is, millions of APC supporters, are they not Nigerians? APC have millions of supporters all over the country. Failure like Peter Obi, the barrister dear, is supporting him because he is Igbo. Greetings, Chama by 19 and VAP family. If you want verse, you go verse. So don't just bother. Is Gumi aware of the number of uniformed men that die every day in the north? Closing schools because of threats from terrorists is an open surrender to them, an admission to defeat by the federal government. Closing schools can end terrorism. Amechi from Mafuluku. Greetings to Agomo. Vice, put it to Choma Innocent. We don't want to hear that APC anti-democratic anthem again from this our famous and reputable Voice of People radio, unless you want us to leave the radio for her. More so, on the voice clip from the so-called Sheikh Gumi comparing bandits with IPOB is one of the reasons the Western world declared Nigeria a disgraced nation for allowing such a lost man making statement like that? Shame on him. Bob Chu in Ikorodu. Rachel from Oshodi says, good evening, I greet you, Chairman Barrister Darlington. Barrister has said it all. If those machines come today, it will be taken by the terrorists. These people have rubbished us and they have that boldness to still threaten us here in Nigeria. Now we go rise up and defend ourselves. Our children are not safe. Nothing is working. There's poverty in the land. Rachel, thank you for your message. Hi, please, the audio play so far is over the FG supporting terrorists and there's a game plan that is yet to be revealed. Elder AA in Ikotu. Good evening, Chairman AY from Mushi. How are you sure Gumi is not sharing part of the ransom taken by terrorists? Allegedly. Maybe that's why he keep on supporting them for the business to go on without stopping. Our government is a joke. If Nigeria is working state by Darlington, Gumi should have been arrested by now because of this statement he made. Onyeka Chinwachuku from Ajao Estate. All right. Good evening, Barrister Darlington said it is illegal for soldiers to follow unlawful order, but he supported soldiers that challenged Wike the other declared Barrister Darlington is double-mouthed, always saying different things. Chikwado from Bagada. It's like those that fought Nigeria independence is a betrayal to us. Also Chikwado MP from Igondo. I don't understand. You don't like that they fought for your independence. You don't want to be independent. If the Nigerian government is willing and ready to fight and eliminate terrorism, banditry, and it's like in this country, they can do that as the shortest period. Comrade Abraham. Oga evening, Barrister and Chairman, like we the country is turning into something else, which I don't understand. Tobechuku from Lagos Island. Good evening, Chairman, Barrister Darlington. I'm Nze Akam Richard Emeka from Ikeja. Sheikh Gumi say IPOB killed security agent in the southeast, whereas his terrorists from the north merely kidnapped school children. I asked him, the Brigadier General that was killed along with his 4 men, was it IPOB that killed them? Nigeria has failed and the referendum has to be carried out, so we vote to stay or to exit it to have peace. If the terrorists could forcefully remove their incarcerated members at Kuje prison some years ago, how safe is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto prison? That's from Mazi Igwe from Badagry. Good evening, Chioma. Good evening, Darlington. Police cannot do anything, rather they will team up with the bandit to kidnap for ransom. Good evening. The police have not been infiltrated like the military. Barrister, it will shock you that police will end this insurgency. On training, police are better trained than insurgents. After all, which kind of training does an insurgent require? Is it not to cock and shoot? Our police are trained better. Olu Jays. The only solution to save lives in Nigeria is to be divided so others can protect life and property. Oji from Benin Republic. Bonsoir, Shoma and Barrister Darlington. Good evening, Shoma. I'm Gabriel from Ikorodu. I hate the idea of USA collaborating with APC government to fight terrorism. How can a government that turns its face to the other side protect and sympathizes with them, join hands to fight them? I'm sorry for American soldiers that are coming for this operation. They will suffer betrayal and sabotage. Nigerian army has been infiltrated. All right. Good evening, Shoma. My name is Shola from Ifo, Ogun State. Thank God for President Tinubu. I join all those who sing, or your mandate we shall stand, and also the renewed hope and agenda. But one, if this security problem is not stopped between 60 days and return all that were kidnapped back alive to their family. 2, criminalize anyone carrying arms apart from Nigerian forces. 3, the army in charge of signal must be brought to book that resulted to the death of Nigerian soldiers. 4, name all the sponsors and financiers of insecurity in Nigeria. 5, return all those in IDP back to their land, town, villages. Tinubu must be tagged clueless and must not come back or take the leadership of this nation in 2027. Thank you. Good evening, Chairman and Barrister Darlington. My take on this issue is that FG is not ready to stop insecurity. As for Ike Ekweremadu, he committed a very serious crime, so let him stay there and face it. You'll agree with me that if that same crime was committed here, FG would not have jailed him. Desmond from Egbeda. Godwin from First Act says, my sister, we are suffering. Oh, can you imagine? My sister spent 4 days in Ghana hospital without paying any money because she had health insurance card. My sister is not from Ghana. We are finished here. Oh, we're not finished though. Good evening, Oga Darlington. And Chairman, okay, wait. Good evening, Oga Darlington. My man of the year and Chairman APC spokeslady. Now you're from Lagos. What I do?
It's not your turn.
Dele fire to me by Darlington David Hundeyin. I'm brilliant mind like me. That's brilliant mind like him, Dayo. Foresee that it will be a nightmare if INEC and judiciary allow the government to enter in 2023. All right, Dayo, thank you. Good evening, Chairman Barrister Darlington. It baffles me that some Nigerians are expecting the APC government to deal with bandits and terrorists. Comrade Godfrey from Sule. Good evening, Chairman. The rejection of the British government on the request of the Nigerian government to release Ekweremadu to complete his jail term here in Nigeria is a welcome decision. Engineer Salau from Governor Road, Ikotun. Barrister Agomo, Ekweremadu was the man that elevated and enhanced Governor Peter Mbah's political career. Enugu State government included Ekwuremadu's return among his conditionalities for joining APC. I'm okay, Ifedi. Okay, were you there when they were having the meeting? We need the Chairman Osage Enahoro from Ota. We need the U.S. Army urgently within 2 years. Over 25,000 Christians are dead in northern part of Nigeria. What a country, human rights don't have value. Thank you for your message. I do appreciate you. Please send your messages to 0817-175-638 rather 0817-175-6338. Send the message. Unfortunately, I can't take any more calls. It's almost time for us to go. We have a very short time remaining. Shema, my Sadasha sister, ever controversial erudite by Sir Darlington, I greet you. This is Master Po.
Master what?
Po. My confusion is that Adibi Nnamdi Kanu was released. Would he have dropped his agitation or continue it after being released? Please, I want to know. None of us here are Nnamdi Kanu's spokesperson, unfortunately. Good evening, Chairman Barrister Darlington. I agree with you. It's going to be APC versus Nigerians and not political parties. Please, Mr. Peter Obi, I beg you to join hand with Atiku Abubakar to push out these evil people called APC away come 2027. Mayor from Ikotun Egbe. Good evening. I'm AA from Akowan Joy. Your guest is not sincere, he's always biased. Is Boko Haram and bandits or killing start under Tinubu? We should stop playing politics with human lives.
So if he did not start with him, he cannot end it, Abi.
All right. Good evening, Chairman Barrister Darlington. I'm Chinedu from Ejigbo. Nigeria is a disgraced country, as was said by U.S. President. All right. Thank you for your message. Chairman Ideve, so be kind to your callers. Gumi must be arrested for making money illegally. What happened to our Kanu? God will bless everyone that is speaking the truth concerning Nnamdi Kanu. Chineye from Agopa last way. Nigerian government are not ready to fight terrorism in Nigeria. Simple. Sunday from Amuwo or Dolphin. Good evening, I'm Aya from Poland. The barrister has said it all, but sharing border with hellfire cracked me up. Thanks. Good evening, Shama and Barrister Darlington. As for Eko Mado, he will prefer the UK prison to Nigeria prison. The Nigeria president does not have a good record, so don't expect anything good from him. Fred from Orile. Shama and Barrister Darlington, good evening. Gumi is saying bandits kidnap children to make money. May God punish him now and forever. I beg you. I beg you. Your name is that Gunmore from Igondo.
Again.
Please don't use insulting words on anybody here, I beg.
Again.
Good evening, Chairman Barrister Darlington. Tinubu will withdraw police from any VIPO. Commissioner of Police, they expect December hamper from company and VIPO. Anthony from Lagos. Now they work together. Good evening, Chairman Innocent and Barrister Darlington. If Donald Trump does not come to our aid, the killing and kidnapping will not stop so soon. And the ministry in charge of Child Rights Act should go after Gumi for violation of Child Rights Act. Corey Bartholomew from Apapa. Alrighty. Good evening, Chairman and your guest on Gumi. How can such a character compare IPOB with bandits? In Kebbi, they killed the vice principal and security officer in that secondary school. Yet the government cannot call Gumi for questioning. The government of APC is a big disgrace. May God help Nigeria. Online chief from Ayobo. Good evening, Chama and Barrister Darlington. God bless you for your wonderful job. Lagos State government should help us to open the entrance from PWD to GRA. Is very important. Ayonwale Kende Hussein Baba Beji Enire from Oshodi. All the way you talk, no concern him. You don't say me the open road. Good evening, my name is Chase from Ikorodu. Just as you rightly said, I strongly think we are living a scripted plan of the government to reduce the population of Nigerians. I beg you. Good evening to everyone in the studio. When you continue to feed lions and tigers with raw meat for a long time, one day you decide not to feed them raw meat. A day will come, the owner mistakenly cuts or injures himself. The animal see blood, it will come after the owners. All right. Good evening. How's work? Darlington, I greet you, sir. This Gumi, did he past president to Senate president or Attorney General, and they are watching him talking like this? Have they sold Nigeria? Ogbefi White, not so from Ayetoro. Good evening, I'm Dele from Ikorodu. I hope those who are asking President Tinubu to resign know that if he resign, it's Shetima that will become president, not any other person. However, if Tinubu and Shetima both resign, Senate President Akpabio will become the next president. For 90 days, we will organize election for a new president and vice president. Unfortunately, I can't take all of these messages. I really, really wish I could, and I'm trying my best to, but I can't take all of these messages. Vice Darling, so let's get your concluding thoughts in 30 seconds.
My concluding thought is that all the people that left the real issue and they are discussing inanities, it's shame on you, because when you leave a serious national issues like this and you are looking for what will not even help the conversation, I don't know what you are doing. You just want to run your mouth, and you know that you are just trying to run your mouth. You are not making sense. Chioma, you were here when somebody brought a certificate from a school that was not in existence here. That man did not talk about it.
But in 30 seconds.
I know. Look, I want to say this because you know, if you don't address it, you will think I made a point.
But the person for the next program is waiting.
So what I'm saying is that please tell Tinubu, anybody, those people that supported him, tell him that he's losing it. America is coming here because the Congress has voted yes for the action of Donald Trump. So that is the issue here, no other issue. If you people like, you can do your propaganda whatever you like. Nigeria is sinking. Somebody want to raise it up. So talk about it and leave all the shenanigans you are talking about. That's what I'm saying here. You are not ashamed that after all your campaign and all your deceit, Nigeria is like this, and you are still continuing on your mandate. You are happy.
If you don't want to stand on the mandate, by science, don't stand now. Let those who want to stand on the mandate stand, and let's continue. That is just the end of evening rush for today.
I'm not supposed to be ashamed. After all the mandates, what happened?
Anybody can decide to stand on any mandate. You stand on the mandate you like. You are standing on the mandate of Atiku Obi, President and Vice President Abi. Leave other people, let them stand on their mandate. As long as the mandate is not shaky, anybody is allowed to stand on any mandate. Right, Darlington, no vex. Are you angry?
I am.
Don't be angry. Why are you angry?
Call me angry, Darlington. It doesn't matter. Look, anybody that loves Nigeria should not be happy with what is going on. Do you know how people have died?
We are not happy. Even the president supporters are calling you out.
You should be frowning at what is going on, not all these things that they are discussing now. You should be frowning. I mean, Nigeria should be angry. Angry because we never believe that Nigeria will come to this sorry state. Do you know how many lives have been wasted? Destiny is destroyed. Leah Sharibu, a young girl, is in captivity now.
That's why the federal government is interfacing with the US to bring a solution. Let's go.
Please.
Let's go.
Don't worry.
Good night, sir. You will not say good night to the people that have been happy with you, that have been only you since. It's only the ones that are making you angry. Focus on them.
There cannot be any good night for those people in captivity. Chioma, get it right. There cannot be any good night for those children in captivity. That is the truth. We are talking about something that are very serious. One is talking of certificate, as if he even said, I went to school now. I went yesterday. I went to law school. I went to like just yesterday. Look at a fool.
No vex, no vex. Go. You are not allowed to. And that's all we can take on Evening Rush for today. Nobody, not you, not even Barrister Darlington, is allowed to use insulting words on anyone on Voice of People 90.3 FM, particularly on this show or any show that I'm anchoring. Barrister Darlington, that was wrong of you. You cannot come here and call anybody stupid fool. Please. I know the person annoyed you, but it's not allowed. It's time for us to go. Thank you for being a part of the Evening Rush today. The Evening Rush will make a return same time, same station tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening.